Hello, my little pretties. It's your mistress, the Queen of Lions here, and today we are back with another, I guess you could say, another episode. Well, not another episode or anything, but kind of another Q&A video. Now, the last time I did one, I think it was in December of 2020, and I realized I haven't did a Q&A video in a while, so I posted something on my community tab about maybe 3 weeks ago, sometime in June, saying that I'll be doing a Q&A video in July. But before I did that, I made a poll asking what month do you want me to do a Q&A. So most people say July. So, and about a few days ago, I have, reshared the post of Q&A questions for you guys to ask if you haven't. And as I'm recording this, however, if I happen to miss your question when you put it on just then, that's the time I'm recording this, but if that happens to be the case and I don't get your question, feel free to put it on this video and I'll answer from there. Now, anyways, let's begin. First question is from the BC Network saying, between green and orange, which color is better? Well, I don't have like a personal favorite of which color is better. I would have to go with green because it's a pretty good, cool color. Orange is pretty nice, but I think I like green a lot better for some reason. I think the reason why is because that's my brother's favorite color. Now, the anime girl asked, have you watched My Hero Academia? And if you did, what's your favorite character? I have not watched My Hero Academia, so yeah, that I cannot say who my favorite character is because I have not seen the movie yet. So, but the show. But once I do watch it, maybe I'll have an opinion on it. Have you watched Sailor Moon? Yes, I have watched Sailor Moon a long time ago. Tokyo Ghoul and Digimon. Digimon I have not heard or seen. Tokyo Ghoul looks interesting, so I might consider it. So, that's questions from Anime Girl. Sir Hor asked me if I had to choose my favorite lioness from The Lion King 2, would it be Zira, Nala, Kiara, or Vitani? Now, since Sir Hor's favorite lioness is Vitani, I'm gonna have to say Kiara in The Lion King 2. I do like Nala, but I think my favorite would have to be Kiara because she's like very wise when it came to towards the end where there's like a big war with the outsiders and the Prylanders. So it would have to be Kiara. Now, Thomas Bush asked, if you had to have a time machine, would you go to back to the past or the future, or say you could say both? I would like to go to the past because I would like to revive my childhood memories, but if I wanted to go to the future, I wanted to see what the world and everything would look like in the future from now. So I would say both. Now, Giovanni Guzman asked at least 3 questions. Now, first one, can you do the Wizard of Oz 1936 creepypasta? I remember I did a narration of it back in 2020 in September, and I have it on Google Photos. I think I might re-narrate that story that I wrote, even though it was garbage. Or I might post that video that I had, back in 2020 on here. I don't really know, but it is a possibility. I might consider doing so, but who really knows, to be honest. Now, number 2 is, can you do a face reveal soon? I've actually done a face reveal in a couple of my streams and videos. Giovanni, if you look on my older videos, you should be able to see them. Like those I have posted, a year ago. You will be able to see my face reveal if you look back at, one of my videos or even my community posts. Now, number 3 is, can you say the Pledge of Allegiance? The Pledge of Allegiance. If that's like a little anthem or something for the US, I really just don't know. But there, I said it. Now, the Sebastian asked me 5 questions. Number 1, what inspired you to be a creepypasta narrator? Now, what inspired me to be a creepypasta narrator is because sometime in 2017 or 18, I started watching this YouTuber called The Shadow Reader, and I started watching his videos, and I decided to narrate creepypastas sometime, I think, in late of 2018 or sometime around 2019. That's when I started becoming a creepypasta narrator. Now, number 2 his second question is, what's the best creepypasta you've narrated? I think the best one would have to be Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. That pasta I wrote and I narrated. It was pretty good story. I'm feeling very proud of myself. Yeah, I do know it has some flaws, but I do really I'm proud of myself for writing that one and even narrating it. And his first question is, what is the worst creepypasta? If I had to say, the worst creepypasta I've heard would have to be Sweet Apple Massacre. That story made me almost sick to my stomach. That was just how bad Sweet Apple Massacre was. Now his fourth question is, what's your favorite food? I would have to say pizza. But I really like a lot of foods, but I think pizza's like my most favorite. Now, his fifth question is, what's your favorite TV show or movie? Now, if I have to say favorite movie besides The Lion King, that would have to be Aladdin, the original and the remake. And if I had to say my favorite TV show would have to be Scooby-Doo and Teen Titans, but I think my most favorite would have to be Scooby-Doo because I grew up with Scooby-Doo as a kid, and I'm sure most people really do like Scooby-Doo. Most people do. Now, Kimberly just says awesome McQueen. I know it's not a question, but I just said it anyway, because why not? Now, CJ Leeboy64 says, what do you personally think of Cruella having her own movie? Sorry about that. That was just my phone. I kind of knocked it a bit. About Cruella having her own movie, I think that's pretty interesting. And I heard that Emma Stone is in that one, so I might consider giving that movie a watch. And if it's any good, I'll probably do a Shadows and Praise episode regarding that. But if it's not good, then who really knows? I might consider watching it. It's pretty interesting that she has her own movie. Now, Merkel, Emperor of Corruption, asked, have you found a new one for Cruella Tick or Ingui yet? I have not so far, so yeah, that answers quickly. I have not found anyone who could play those so far. And he asked, how do you feel about playing Amazonian Huntress? I feel that if I played as her, that'd be quite interesting. I would like to try her out to see how, I do. So yeah, I'll give it a shot. Now, General Phoenix asked, how much do you love Mortal Kombat? I've loved Mortal Kombat ever since I was a kid. Like, I played, the older arcade games back when I was a kid, and I even played the ones for PS2, so I really do enjoy Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is a really awesome game. Now, number 2 is, have you heard or seen you Yasha anime? I don't know what that is, so I can't really say what I really I can't really say if I've seen it or not because I have not seen it. Now the third question, favorite Scream Queen. If I have to say that, there's Laurie from Halloween, Sydney from Scream 1 and I would have to say Sydney from Scream did, from like all 4 of the Scream movies were pretty good. So I would have to say Sydney all the way. Now, have you heard or seen Shadowhunter series? No, I have not seen it, so I really don't know what to think of them. I'll just say I have not seen them or heard of it. Now, the last question is, why do you love Lion King 1 and 2 so much? The reason why I like The Lion King 1 and 2 so much is because it's part of the Disney Renaissance period, and I really do like how, The Lion King went out, having it, the first one, the first one, to be honest, if you guys have not noticed, the first Lion King movie is kind of based on the Hamlet story, and The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, is kind of based on the Romeo and Juliet story. So that's actually one of the reasons why I like The Lion King 1 and 2 a lot. And because I grew up with those movies as a kid. Now, Evan Richardson asked, what's your opinion on Mortal Kombat games and which one is your favorite Mortal Kombat characters? I like most of the games, to be completely honest. Although I have to say, my favorite one would have to be Deception, Armageddon, and even Mortal Kombat X and all that. Those games were amazing. If I have to say Mortal Kombat favorite characters, would have to be Kitana, Liu Kang, Mileena, Jade. But I think Kitana is like my most favorite because she's like the Princess of Edenia. So it's actually one of the reasons why I like Mortal Kombat a lot. So, Meets Billy asked me 11 questions. Number 1 is, what do you like doing on your spare time? Well, I usually just, either narrate creepypastas whenever I feel like it, play video games, or I just, go on different sites on the internet and just, do what I like to do. Now, if I have to say, hey, what I actually most likely do is go over and find some, good creepypasta stuff to narrate for the next day or something, because most of them is, pretty just, to be honest, if I had to say, it's just, I'm just gonna sit here and say is that I usually just do whatever I find good creepypastas narrate, because most of them nowadays kind of suck. I know it sounds harsh, but at the same time it is. Although there's some people that go out of their way and write something decent. Now, if I have to say, the second question, what is your biggest pet peeve? If I have to say that, that would have to be, I guess you would have to say, if I had to say pet peeves, that would basically be meaning, people who say that was ugh, or, whatever, that kind of gets annoying on my nerves every once in a while. Now, the first question is, where would you like to visit? If I have to visit, where I would like to visit, I would like to visit Florida, because there's Disney World there, and there's some theme parks that I do want to visit someday. So there's that. I want to visit Florida. If you weren't a YouTuber, what would you be up to now? Now, if I wasn't a YouTuber like I am today, I probably would be, I don't know, just living, just doing, what people do on the internet when they don't have YouTube, is either make stories or even, you know, go on different sites or something like that. If I wasn't a YouTuber, that's what I would pretty much be doing. Now, what is the most interesting thing you have read or seen this week? If I had to say the most interesting thing would have to be, I actually would have to say a thing I've, seen that's going to be kind of hard, but read this week would have to be, The Wise Little Girl, fairy tale that was written by the Brothers Grimm. So that's that. What's the one message you could give to your fans? If I have to say one message I give to my fans, is just to be happy, be respectful, and always enjoy the channel of what I have to offer. Now, the seventh question is, what's your favorite movie? I think I know a lot of people know this one. It's The Lion King 1 and 2, but if I had to say another movie besides those ones, I would have to say Toy Story. The first two Toy Story movies are my absolute favorite. Now, we also have, what's your favorite Halloween costume? To answer that question, I do like the lion costume that I bought last year. And I'm actually thinking about getting another costume maybe this year. Not really sure when, but I'm actually thinking about getting a costume. A Halloween one, in fact. Now, number 9 is, what's your favorite holiday? If I had to say my favorite holiday, besides Halloween, I would have to say Christmas. Christmas is one of my favorite holidays of the year, because, yeah, it's winter and it's pretty nice to spend time with family on Christmas. Now, number 10 is, what's your favorite song? Well, I do like a lot of Lion King songs, one of them being Love Will Find a Way, and another one is Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Those songs were amazing. Now, the final question is, what would be a good theme song for your life? I think that would have to be, I guess We Are One from The Lion King 2. I'm not really too sure, because I've never actually thought about that. But if you have other suggestions, feel free to let me know, Meets Billy, because I would like to hear your suggestions. Now, Seth Bayona asked me 5 questions. Number 1 is, what old anime series you like? Since his is the original Devilman series, if I had to say an old anime series I like, I would have to say the older Pokemon series. Like, I think from 1998 or 97 to all the way to, I guess, 2010 is, the old anime series I really like. So there's that. I like the original Pokemon series. They were my childhood and they were really awesome. Now, question 2 is, what is your favorite fish? If I had to say one of my favorite fish mine would have to be clownfish, because every time I see a clownfish, I think of Finding Nemo. Now, Seth's third question is, which do you prefer, John Wick or The Matrix? I like John Wick, but I haven't watched The Matrix in like a really long time, so I'm gonna have to go with John Wick as Keanu Reeves does amazing as John Wick. Now, question 4, what's your favorite animal? My favorite animal would have to be horses because, I do horseback riding lessons. You guys should already know. But for those who are new to my channel, that's my favorite animal. And the final question is, what's your favorite Nick Jr.? Now, Noggin show whenever you were younger. If I had to say one of them I would have to say Little Bear being one of them, next to SpongeBob, the older SpongeBob series, and another one would have to be Dora. And yeah, I did like Dora back when I was a kid, but now I find Dora annoying, which I can relate to a lot of people not liking Dora. So, yeah, those are my favorite, Nick Jr. or Noggin shows. Now, Bailey Maloney asked, which character in Teen Titans, the original, is your favorite and why? I would have to say Raven is one of my favorite Teen Titans because she's all dark and goth and, she's pretty freaky at the same time, but she's pretty cool. She's like a really good character in Teen Titans. If you've watched the original, you would see, a lot of people really like Raven, which I've seen a lot of people say, my favorite is Raven, if they ask, what's your favorite Teen Titan? Now, Akazi the Pink Wolf says, what is your favorite Disney movie? I know I already answered this, but I could say, besides The Lion King, would have to be the Toy Story first and second movie. Now, here's another one saying, what is your favorite video game? I like the Halo series, but I think I like the Fallout series, so Fallout 4 being one of them, and Halo 2 being another one. So, Diamond asked me, oh boy, 30 questions. So I'm going to go through this as fast as I can. So what is the thing you're being most thankful for and you would never want to lose? Now, if I have to say the first question, that would have to be, I'm thankful for having to be close to 2K subscribers. And what that I would not want to lose is, subscribers. Although sub bots do that too, which they're getting annoying, I can definitely say that. So number 2 is, if you had all the money in the world, how would you spend your money day-to-day life? If I had all the money in the world, I'd probably buy, a farm with horses and run lessons and stuff like that. That's what I would do if I had all the money in the world. Now the third question, you're on a desert island and a genie appears offering 3 wishes. What would you wish for? I'd wish to be, in Disney World for 1 wish. And the second wish is to be a princess. And the third one would have to be to bring love, like bring somebody to me that I love them. So there's that. Now the fourth question is, what's the proudest accomplishment? Getting to 1K subs was the proudest ones I've ever done. Now the fifth question is what is something you would change about yourself? I did used to do opinion bashing, so if I want to change about myself, it would be not doing opinion bashing, which I've never done well, I haven't done opinion bashing in a while. Like, I used to be like that, but not anymore. Now, 6th question. Did you ever had your heart broken? Oh, plenty of times I have, Diamond. Like, either it's a breakup, or, I lose an animal, or in fact, I just lost something I really enjoyed in that. So those are the things that breaks my heart. What is the one thing that will make you smile no matter what? The one thing I would have to say is making me smile is to see all you guys on my channel liking my videos and commenting, and even just chilling with my friends is what makes me happy. Now, number 8. Do you feel that something is missing from your life? No, I don't actually feel that something is missing. I have everything I do need. So, there's that. If you could relive an age, what age would you choose? If I had to choose that would have to be 18, because I remember when I turned 18, I became an adult and I was allowed to vote and I was allowed to do a lot of stuff. So, I would have to choose 18. Now, the 10th question is, what brings you to tears? Mostly sad scenes from movies, depending on what they are, and what usually brings me into tears too is, sad moments in games and movies, but mostly, those. So there's that. And if I had to say my favorite musical artist, that would have to be, this is kind of a hard one, but if I had to pick one, I would have to say Katy Perry being one of them. But I like Rihanna. I think I like Rihanna more, though. If you could only eat one fast food place for the rest of your life, what would it be? I was going to say Taco Bell, but since I don't want to get diarrhea, I probably would prefer Domino's Pizza over anything. So the 13th is, who is or are your favorite actors or actresses? Well, I do like Ashlyn Yenny from the Human Centipede movies. Even though the Human Centipede movies are garbage, I do like Ashlyn Yenny, but I also like Ashley C. Williams, who is also in the movie as well, the actor who is played as Lindsay. But I also like Alison Court from the Big Comfy Couch and the Resident Evil games, which those are one of them. But I do like some other ones too, and I can go on forever naming my favorite actors and actresses, and the video would be like 45 minutes long. So now the 14th question is, what is your favorite movie or TV show? If I had to say TV show, would have to be Scooby-Doo and Teen Titans. But if I had to say my favorite movie, that would have to be like, I know I said a lot of Disney movies already, so I'm going to pick a different movie that I really like. I like the Jaws movie. The Jaws movie is pretty awesome. It's a pretty good Universal movie. Although Universal Studios did get rid of the ride, unfortunately, the Jaws ride, which that's very unfortunate because I've never been on it. Now, the question number 15 is, what is your favorite city or country to visit? I can't really say the city name, but if I had to say one city name I really want to visit, would have to be, I guess you could say, Jacksonville in Florida in the US, because, well, I have family that live down there, so there's that. And number 16 is, what creepypastas did you enjoy writing and what creepypastas did you not enjoy writing? The creepypastas I enjoyed writing were the Tarzan one and the Scooby-Doo creepypastas I did, such as the Witch's Ghost, although it wasn't that great, Zombie Island, and Alien Invaders. So those are my favorite creepypastas I enjoyed narrating. Well, writing. If I had to say one story I did not enjoy writing, would have to be Shadow's Diarrhea. Like, I did like it back then, but now looking at it, I'm like, why did I write this? Like, I did not enjoy writing that, after Shadow's review. I just did not enjoy writing that story. Although, we could definitely say we do make mistakes. And yeah. Now, the 17th question is, where do you see yourself in 10 years? I probably I'll most likely still be on YouTube, most likely. Like, I'm not going to quit YouTube, and if I had to quit YouTube, it'd be a very good reason for quitting YouTube. I definitely would state why. So, there's definitely that. Now, the next question is, do you prefer relaxing with family or friends? Friends more likely because, well, when it comes to family, sometimes families do argue and stuff. So, yeah, that's answered. Now, what inspired me to start my YouTube career? It would have to be the inspiration that I took from Shadow Reader to do creepypasta narrations, which is why I went out of my way and did so. But I also did some fanfiction narrations as well, so then other people have something else they can look for. So what inspired me to do more YouTube videos and all that was, to be honest, was the Shadow Reader. Because the Shadow Reader got me into narrating stories. So question 20 is, what's more important to you, intelligence or sense of humor? Sense of humor all the way, because I love making people laugh. And there's a 21 question is, what is your favorite book and why? Well, I like the Twilight Saga series book. If I have to pick which one of them is my favorite, I would have to say Breaking Dawn. Although I haven't read the books in like a while, like in a couple years, but I have to say the Twilight Saga series was the best series of books I've narrated. I really read in my life, so might actually do narrations of it, but who really knows? I don't know if I will. Now, number 22. What is something everyone should try at least once? If I have to say that would have to be horseback riding. Always try, have everyone at least try horseback riding at least once to see if they like it. Like, I know not everyone is into horseback riding, but it's something everyone could try at least once to see if they like it or not. Now, number 23 is, do you believe in second chances? For some people, sometimes that's the case, but others, that's most likely not the case, unless specifically say otherwise. So, yeah. So that's kind of hard to say because it kind of depends on who the person is. Now, number 24 is, what quality do you achieve the most about best friends? If I had to answer that, that would have to be, I really do admire about, their trustworthy and even their quality of, if they are honest and that. So that's one thing I really do admire the most of my best friends is their honesty. Now 25 is, what is something you wish you had done more time to do? If I had to say that, I really wish I had more time to do video games. But that's kind of hard because one of them being my brother likes to hog the TV and play video games. So there's that, and sometimes I've got, other stuff such as narrating stories for you guys, looking after my dog, and etc. So there's definitely that. Now, the 26th question is, what is something you wish you had enough money to do? That would have to be, do horseback riding more often, like go at least a whole month of horseback riding, like once every week, like I used to back in my hometown. But since I live, in another town, the barns are like an hour or 2 hours away from me, depending on which one I go to. So I guess I'm gonna kind of have to, work on, that. So yeah, I wish I had enough money to do that more often. Now, number 27 is, what is something you wish you had enough courage to do? If I had to say that, it would have to be riding a tall roller coaster without getting scared, which I really wish I had enough courage to do so. Most times I'm really scared of, heights, and I'm like scared of heights and never really was crazy on them. So I guess it kind of depends on the ride I go on. So there's that. If you could go back in time to undo or redo something, what would it be? If I had to go back in time to redo something, that would have to be to undo my behavior, opinion bashing and talking trash about people, and do it means not doing it or anything like that, and keeping opinion bashing to myself. So number 29 is, what is your perfect day like? My perfect day like is basically getting able to do whatever I want, things going the way I want it, and nothing, changes, nothing ruins it. So that's one of the days I call a perfect day. Now, number 30, which is, would you rather be rich or famous? I would like to be rich, but I would also like to be famous on YouTube someday. So there is definitely that. So that's good for answers for Diamond Shadow Studios or Rebel Shadow. Now, MK Furrier asked, are you a Vincent Price fan? I don't know what that is, so that's kind of hard to say. And now Jocelyn Morgan says, do you want an egg? Yep, I do want an egg. And the Cat in the Hat would say, eggs or double eggs. Okay, that was the Q&A video. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload, so then you guys will not miss an upload. And I want to thank you so much for, answering your questions in my community post regarding it. So if you're new to my channel, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and I will catch you all in the next video. So, as always, please roll the outro, because I'm out.